years, especially in Sydney, councils and organisations have been getting a little bit more proactive in coming up with lasting long-term solutions, right? So if it's a site that's been tagged or had artwork on it, illegal artwork, again and again and again, it's a bit of a waste of money sending contractors out there to paint over it again and again. They could channel that money into just paying a local respected artist to do, say, a mural on it that may very well stand the test of time. And
I come from a graffiti background, so I started with vandalism. I started tagging, and then I did letters. And then from letters, it's progressed into characters, and then from characters, it's gone to exhibitions. So I see it as an evolution. I think you can't really have one before the other.
Youth organisations and community centres started actually programming graffiti workshops so that young artists could learn how to paint and could turn it into a positive thing. And once that started happening, then councils started taking notice of how that actually changed the amount of graffiti that was happening, and not just the amount of graffiti, but the amount of violence, the amount of truancy, the amount of drug problems in the inner city.
It's definitely becoming a lot easier to do street art legally. We have a lot of council initiatives and programs that encourage people to come and do street art as an anti-vandalism program. There are a lot of public walls being created now because of artist movements and pushing for that. So it's definitely become heaps easier, and there's a lot more walls to paint.
There's two reasons why people will transition away from illegal graffiti, illegal street art to legal work. And it's not just an age factor. I think it comes down to an expanding rap sheet. You might have been busted by the police so many times that you run out of get out of jail free cards, and you have to take a look at yourself and say, hey, I got to cool it down or I'm going to end up in the clink. But more importantly than that, it's an identity thing. And I think a lot of people they get into street art, and it becomes, when you give your all to a particular hobby, it sort of becomes you and you become it.
2004 or something like that, there was this huge campaign put forward to clean up graffiti, and there was like a whole new legion of buffers hired to get rid of graffiti. And so for a long time, the train tracks were just bare. There was just grey, and they would paint these horrible just grey walls, which is really, really depressing. And I think that actually got people starting to miss it a little bit,